What if the devoted mom next door, the one coaching soccer, packing lunches, holding the family together, was secretly living a double life, one so dangerous it ended with her husband shot dead in his sleep? That's exactly what happened in the shocking case of From Secret Affair to Murder, the case of Jennifer Gledhill, perfectly nailed by the thumbnail, Mom Living Double Life. Because nothing hits harder than discovering the woman everyone trusted to keep the home safe was hiding a passionate affair that exploded into cold-blooded killing. How does a hidden romance turn into a desperate act of murder? And what happens when the body vanishes, leaving police racing to prove what really went down that night? Stick with me as we unpack every chilling detail. The affair that started it all, the moment everything snapped, the frantic cover-up, and the confession that finally cracked the facade wide open. The double life was in full swing by mid-2024, with divorce papers filed in July turning an already rocky marriage into an all-out war over custody, money, and the future. While a secret affair delivered that addictive rush of excitement and escape from years of built-up resentment and isolation. Raising 3 young kids in a quiet Utah suburb, the facade of normal family life held on the outside, but inside the pressure was crushing. Bitter fights over finances, the terror of losing everything in court, and the constant paranoia that the hidden relationship would blow it all up. Just days before the disappearance, desperation hit a peak with frantic texts demanding $13,000 urgently from family, money that arrived in transfers, hinting at some urgent crisis no one fully understood yet. All those layers, thrill mixed with guilt, financial panic on top of divorce rage, were building toward a breaking point where keeping the secret safe suddenly felt like the only way out. What if the threat of exposure finally became too much, pushing someone past the edge into a choice they could never take back? As summer 2024 dragged into fall, the divorce turned vicious. Matthew Johnson, Jennifer's estranged husband and a dedicated Utah National Guardsman, was confronting her nonstop about the affair he'd uncovered. He threatened to expose everything, fight dirty for full custody of their 3 young kids, and leave her with nothing. Financially, she was drowning. Texts show her desperately begging her dad for $13,000 just days before everything snapped, with only partial help coming through. Her secret lover, a local man who'd started as an escape, now fueled late-night calls that shifted from passion to plotting, divorce tactics, money woes, dreams of a future together. But even that lifeline felt like another trap. Cornered on all sides, husband raging, kids at risk, secrets closing in, darker thoughts crept in. Phone data later revealed searches and messages hinting at what she was contemplating. How far would Jennifer go when Matthew pushed one final time? This version hooks hard, names Matthew early for continuity, teases real evidence, money text, searches/phone data, specifies threats, custody/exposure. But when the pressure from a crumbling marriage and a risky affair reaches a breaking point, the fear of total exposure can trigger a split-second decision that changes everything forever, turning hidden secrets into a trail of evidence that's impossible to fully erase. On September 21, 2024, in their Cottonwood Heights home in Utah, with 3 young children asleep nearby, the tension finally erupted. The estranged husband, Matthew Johnson, shot point-blank in the head while he slept. A single fatal bullet ending the bitter divorce battles and silencing the threats of custody fights and financial ruin that had been escalating for months. How does someone go from late-night affair texts to pulling the trigger in the dead of night, driven by the terror that discovery means losing the kids, the money, and the new life they've been chasing? The act was quick and calculated, fueled by desperation after Johnson had learned about the infidelity, with a protective order against him dismissed just days earlier, heightening the paranoia that he posed an immediate danger to the double life being protected. Yet right after the shot, the real panic sets in. The blood splattered across the bedroom walls and mattress, the body heavy and lifeless, demanding an instant cover-up to hide what just happened before the children wake or neighbors notice. What drives a person to drag the remains out of the house, wrap them in trash bags, and load them into a car under the cover of darkness, all while the fear of getting caught spikes with every sound in the quiet neighborhood? The disposal adds another layer of dread. The body allegedly dumped in a shallow grave somewhere remote in the Utah wilderness, where search teams have scoured for months without success, leaving investigators piecing together clues from tire tracks, phone pings, and that lingering question of exactly where the remains might still be buried. Back at the scene, the cleanup kicks into high gear, blood scrubbed from surfaces, walls hastily painted over to mask the stains, a rooftop carrier possibly used to transport evidence or tools. Right after the shot rang out on September 21st, with Matthew Johnson's body still in the bedroom and blood soaking the mattress and walls, the cover-up kicked off fast, wrapping the remains in black plastic sheeting purchased just days before, dragging it outside, and loading it into the rooftop cargo carrier on the gray Dodge minivan for a nearly hour-long drive north to a remote area near Jordanelle Reservoir. There, according to police warrants, a shallow grave was dug in the dark, the body buried and covered with construction debris to blend into the landscape, leaving search teams combing the wilderness for months without turning up any remains, amplifying the mystery of exactly where it all ended. Back at the Cottonwood Heights home before dawn, the frantic cleanup unfolded. Industrial cleaners and a shop vac pulled from the garage to scrub blood from the carpet and surfaces, fresh coats of paint slapped over stains on the bedroom walls, and the blood-soaked mattress hauled out, all while the 3 young children slept nearby unaware. Then, per court documents, her mother arrived to help with the heavy lifting, including ordering a replacement mattress from Amazon to swap in before anyone noticed the original was gone. While her father had already wired $13,000 in urgent Venmo transfers days earlier, money police suspect tied to the escalating costs of the deception. Just hours after burying the body on September 22, 2024, the urge to confess hits hard, leading to a midnight visit to the lover, Ryan Pearson, a coworker at the treatment center where they met, where the details pour out. The point-blank shooting while the husband slept, the blood cleanup, the black plastic wrapping, and the shallow grave near Jordanelle Reservoir. Believing Pearson could be trusted as the one person in on the double life, the admission includes specifics like disposing of the gun and bloody clothes. By early October 2024, that recorded meeting captures more incriminating admissions on tape: the headshot, the wrapping, the burial site, even cleanup instructions, turning the confession into hard evidence that police used to build their case. Forensics reveal lingering evidence at the home: blood under the fresh paint on bedroom walls, detected by blacklights, plus the hastily replaced mattress ordered via Amazon. While financial trails expose the $13,000 Venmo from her father Thomas Gledhill days before the killing, plus additional transfers that pull her parents, Thomas and Rosalie, into the probe for allegedly aiding the cleanup. The search for Johnson's remains expands relentlessly across northern Utah, Jordanelle area, Davis, Weber, and Box Elder counties, with teams using drones, ground crews, and tips from the Utah National Guard, but nothing turns up. Keeping the haunting question alive: where exactly is the body buried? Arrests roll out fast. Jennifer Gledhill booked October 2, 2024, on first-degree murder, multiple obstruction of justice counts, abuse/desecration of a body, witness tampering, and more. Her parents arrested October 24th on obstruction felonies for their suspected role in scrubbing the scene and hiding evidence. How does the pressure feel when bail gets denied repeatedly over flight risk and danger to the community, leaving you locked away while the evidence stack grows: phone maps, forensics, the informant's recording, and the trial looms? The case pushes forward. Pretrial hearings in late 2025, a brief December 4, 2025 court appearance to set dates, with the next pretrial conference scheduled for January 29, 2026. And the jury trial, originally eyed for December 2025, now delayed into 2026 status, amid ongoing motions and the still missing body. The investigation refuses to slow, a constant reminder that digital trails, family involvement, and one flipped secret can dismantle even the most desperate cover-up. And as the trial looms, delayed from its original December 2025 date into 2026 proceedings, the question that started it all lingers louder than ever: could the desire to escape a failing marriage, The fear of being alone with your regrets ever justify crossing into murder, and what other secrets might still be hidden in the people we think we know best. Because in cases like this, the real nightmare isn't just the crime, it's the uncertainty that some truths remain forever out of reach.